Hi guys, I'm Igor. I provide market commentary before market opens and my stock picks and options picks for the day. Today is January 23rd, 2020, and here's what's happening. Pretty much China is trying to fight this new coronavirus, and they have quarantined already two cities, so nobody can get in or get out. City of Wuhan, where the virus was originated, pretty much was completely shut down. No activities. Nobody can get out. Public transportation shut down. It's actually the steps they're taking is unheard of. So because there are 17 death cases and 600 cases in general for this virus, it's a lot of caution around this virus because this can really spread out and hurt and actually hurt economic activity. So China stocks were down 3% pre-market, and the U.S. stocks are set to open lower as well. And I would really caution against buying casino stocks, airline stocks, some bank stocks, China stocks, cruise line stocks, as I was cautioning about 2 days ago. I mean, this is going to continue. I mean, they're not contained, they haven't contained this virus yet. So this is going to continue, and I would avoid these groups of stocks. In general, I actually, when I look at SPY, which is the S&P 500 index, it's looking to me like it's very much overbought, and I'm actually expecting a pullback in the S&P 500 as well as in Nasdaq. Nasdaq is also looking overbought right here. Okay, so I think this is going to be a pullback in general. So all the rallies in the last couple of days were sold. So I'm going to fade all the rallies at this point because I'm expecting the market to open down, but it may come back a little bit in the afternoon, but I'm going to fade this rally because the environment is very dangerous at this point with this new virus outbreak. Okay, so besides that, of course, I'm looking at a couple of stocks. So first of all, it's Boeing. Boeing CEO actually spoke to reporters yesterday, David Calhoun, and I actually like his speech, and actually I like what he says. He said that first of all, for me as an investor, he said that he's not gonna, or they're not considering removing the dividend, and they said that they have enough resources to pay dividend to the investors, and he has a lot more of an open stance comparing to the previous CEO, and he's trying to repair his relationship with the Federal Aviation Authority. So actually, the interview was positive, but still the stock is sitting in the territory where I wouldn't buy it because it broke, like I said yesterday and the day before yesterday, it has broken through a very important $320 level line here, and he needs to really consolidate before moving higher again. So I wouldn't buy the stock, but I would watch it. Certainly would watch this. Okay, so Tesla, of course, is in. Of course, it's active again, red hot. Every day is in the news. Today it's lower, and the recent rating, the UBS analyst actually raised the his price target from $160 to $410, but kept the sell rating on the Tesla. But it's pretty amazing to me because these analysts, older school analysts, they don't understand what's going on with Tesla. I mean, Tesla is a rule breaker, and this stock is going higher. I mean, they're saying that the stock is priced too high based on deliveries based on the 2025 deliveries, unrealistic targets. It's ridiculous because the demand for electric vehicles are going to increase. Besides, Tesla also have other businesses that they can improve their revenue on, like solar and battery business, and Tesla is constantly beating, at least recently, their targets. So I would buy Tesla on pullback. Bottom line. So NIO is also down pre-market. It's so-called the Chinese Tesla, but I don't know if I would buy NIO here because NIO is struggling financially, and it's remember, this is Chinese stock, and I don't like Chinese stocks at this point because of the coronavirus, recent outbreak of coronavirus. Okay, so AAL reported earnings. Actually, several airlines reported earnings. AAL is one of them. Actually, I was surprised how by AAL earnings. They reported, I believe they reported, let me check my notes. They beat by 1 penny and in line revenue. And it's a very beaten down stock. So this may actually come up a little bit because I actually like their earnings compared to, for example, Southwest earnings, LUV. They actually reported that the lower revenue, lower earnings, and I mean, they're down pre-market a little bit, but I don't like LUV here. They didn't report the earnings that I would expect, and I mean, everybody has problems with MAX 737 in airline industry not being online, but I mean, there are better airlines than LUV at this point. Okay, so also JetBlue has reported. JetBlue. So JetBlue reported they beat an in-line revenue. So JetBlue is a much better airline than at this point than Southwest. But I actually like United Airlines, Delta. Americans surprised me a little bit, so they may come up a little bit because it's a beaten down stock. Okay, so Procter Gamble, they didn't report good earnings and they're down pre-market. I mean, they missed on revenue but raised the guidance, so it's in between. I wouldn't buy a stock, but there's a company called Teradyne, electronic maker. Even though this, I mean, it reported a really good earnings and even better raised guidance and declared the buyback of their shares. So even though it's sitting on at the 52-week high, it's opening a lot higher, and this is a really good report for them. Really good report. I really like the report, and raised guidance and the buyback shares. I like this company. If market falls and this pulls back a little bit, I would definitely buy shares or buy calls on it. Okay, so Comcast reported also. CMCSA. Okay, so Comcast reported really good earnings, beat by 4 cents, and even though it's sitting on at a little bit overbought territory, but I think it's going higher, and plus they raised their dividend by 10%. So that's a good pickup. Comcast is firing on all cylinders. Okay, so for also I like the SLM. It's a company called known as SLM Maya. Okay, so they reported really good earnings, raised the guidance, announced the buyback, and it's as you can see, the MAC that just crossed. It's sitting really pretty on the chart. I think it's going to break out higher. Okay, so it's opening already $2 higher, but on any little pullback, I would like to pick up some shares, or I would like to pick up some calls on this because of the good earnings they reported. Okay, so I also like couple of companies in this environment, like CVS. It's a pharma company, basically at this point, pharma, and they have a number. They have a number of stores, as you know, and they have acquired Allergen recently. I'm sorry, they didn't acquire Allergen recently, but they have. They're sitting technically in very good position here, and in this coronavirus environment, and in general, winter and a lot of flu coming up environment, I think CVS will be a good pickup. And I also like InMode, as I liked it yesterday. I think technically it's a very good setup for a breakup. So if it opens higher and on a pullback, I would like to buy some. For extreme lovers, I have a tiny stock called EMAN. It's called eMagin. Okay, so they reported higher revenue, higher numbers, but they're trading at 53 cents. So, I mean, I'm not really trading this stock, but I know that some of my viewers like lower price stocks, and that could be an interesting stock for them to watch, because it's opening higher, like it's last closed 53 cents, opening 68 cents. You know, maybe it's a good company to pick up, but I'm not recommending this company in any way. You have to read it, but it's going to be active today, so just watch it. All right, that's it, guys. That's the wrap for the day. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and click the like button. And I'll see you tomorrow.